We're on time. We did it. We're on time.
Live. Oh, it just turned 6:31, but you know what? I hit the
You
live.
hit live at 6:30.
I hit the go live button right at 6:30, guys. We're on time. We're happy to be here.
Bag number 7.
You're happy to be here.
I hope.
Bag number 7. How many bags is bag number 7?
3 bags. 3 bags in bag 7. So 21 bags total.
Lego makes sense. See, Reefton, I don't have to ask if we're live now because I get to press the button from
Molly
here.
has all the power now. I'm just diving right in.
Go for it. Hi, Pippin.
Grace us with your presence. Oh, now Hilo's getting up.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Maybe people will finally get to see a Pip and Hilo fight, which is just a bunch of bopping on the snoot.
Snoot bopping. I'll just put him there.
Oh,
then.
good. It's a great spot for him. Be careful, Pippin.
The animals deserve. Oh!
Oh man, he just. I gotta hand it to you, Pippin.
Pippin just
pretty slick.
Stepped inside the Falcon and stepped out of it. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed, but never do that again.
Oh.
He's just outside of the camera over here. Okay, and he's gonna knock all these pieces off.
All right, what is up, everybody? We've got who do we got? I know we got Reefton. I know we got Rayman. We've got Artie Films. We've got Brandon Hancock. Star Wars Decoded. Caleb Knoll. Pippin.
Pippin's here.
Pippin's here. Sleep of Giants. Elijah Neal. Olivia Pirano. Jane Dalton. Ryan Isaacs. Oh, now Hilo is humping his bed. What's new?
Hilo, just sleep on it.
Stephen Ray Morris, what's up? Lots of folks in the chat. My goodness.
Well, now your pillow's upside down.
Dan23. Oh, Gundam Explained says smash that like button. I like where your head's at, Gundam. Laserbolt. What's up?
Hilo, no. Just sleep.
Hi, hi, hi.
I know. It could be a little picture-in-picture thing. He provides just as much drama. Hilo?
Take that away from him if he's gonna tear at it. And just throw it in my office. Oh, the drama that you guys can't see down here. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, let me get to this super chat that we missed however long ago. It was from, what would it take to take him down?
I don't know. Like, I feel like if just Darth Vader came to Earth, we could handle it.
I mean, the U.S. military is pretty large. If they can encase Magneto in a plastic cell, I'm saying that like it really happened. But I think that could actually happen. We could figure out a way to take Darth Vader down. Come on.
Yeah, like he's very powerful, and he does have that.
Oh, we got some lag.
Oh, really?
Oh, this says no data. Uh-oh. Looking better.
Just refresh it.
Refresh this page.
Yeah. I think it's somehow Hilo's fault.
Pretend like I'm doing the robot so the lag makes sense. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. YouTube, why? Stream's not working. Come on, YouTube. I'll just...
I mean, I can...
If I just sit still with a sad face,
I guess.
it will...
Like, it's not getting any data at all.
Lagwagon. Oh, they're saying the audio seems to be fine.
That's weird.
Huh.
It's not our internet.
It's gotta be YouTube. Oh? Did we fix it?
I didn't do anything.
Now it says excellent connection.
Well, let's just cross our fingers and hope it stays that way. Our internet says it's fine. Our upload speed was great.
YouTube, you're going down a path I cannot follow.
Hopefully it stays.
Daniel R says, I blame Agatha. It was Agatha
She struck again.
all along. Seems
Anyways,
fine. Some people are saying it's fine now.
it says we have an excellent connection, so should be good. As long as that green light is there. They can hear us, Molly.
Oh. Well, I'm just putting it in the chat so the more people can see it. Yes, the dark side clouds everything. You're right. As soon as we started talking about Vader and him being taken down by the U.S. military, our stream died. Fine,
I wouldn't
working,
even-
perfect.
I think the world could band together. Maybe it's like one of those Watchmen events where
It's so weird. Some people says it's working fine, and some people says it's still lagging.
it's. I bet it's a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
I bet it's like cycling through people. It cycled through us. We dropped our connection for a bit. It might be cycling through other accounts.
I obviously don't know how YouTube works.
I mean, I'm just completely guessing.
We can all blame Rain Man's MacBook.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'd just keep talking until and I hope.
We have an excellent connection, it says.
Okay.
So X out of that.
What?
Down. Right. Up. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, I think it even I think the stream completely shut down at one point.
I think it did.
Anyway,
Well,
it says it's excellent connection. Stop worrying about it.
you don't have to stare at the chat of people saying that it's not working.
I think it's probably going to cycle through and
All right. Well,
it's working for some people. I don't want to sit here and do nothing.
if it's lagging, keep trying to refresh every couple of minutes. Hilo's gonna dig in the carpet and try to help make it
Hilo
better.
is frustrated for all of us.
So, Vader, taking down Vader.
Like, I think we've seen him rip through just standard soldiers before, but even Vader can't block every bullet ever. He just can't.
He can't survive a nuke.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, he could put himself in like a force bubble, but I don't know. That would take a lot.
He's not
Especially-
invulnerable.
Like,
Hit him with an EMP.
Yeah, I was gonna say an ion cannon would knock out his suit, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Or maybe they took precaution against that. I don't know.
No, I think that actually happens in the Darth Vader comic at one point.
The Jawas could take him out with their ion cannon.
Yeah, just like they got R2-D2.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. Olivia Pirano, thanks for the super chat. Hopefully you're still here and you can see and or hear us. If you got to choose only one clone besides the Bad Batch members to appear in the Bad Batch, who would it be? I would really love to see Gregor. I mean, I feel like for me it would be Rex, because I want to see Rex and Ahsoka together, like going off and trying to save other clones.
I mean, I do think Rex will show up, and I think that's going to be... I hope that yes, that's what this series is partially about, is like, let's round up some other clones and tell them they have chips in their heads and try to save them from that. I think that's a really cool story to tell. My hope is Gregor as well, only because he's the one where you're like, okay, the last time we saw him, he was exploding. So how did he get from there to Rex's ATTE?
Good point.
So I agree with you on Rex.
I'm seeing some people say that they're seeing ads. That might be, like, if YouTube refreshed this stream, they may have
That's
like
weird.
Put an ad, because we have no control over ads, but they're not supposed to happen during live streams.
Yeah, like we do have control over ads. We can hit a button that says show ad, but we don't do that.
Well, no, I mean, like, for videos in general, like live streams.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, there is a way for us to show an ad if we wanted to at any point, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, but...
I didn't know that.
We never even have that pulled up, so... It's probably just refreshing the stream.
All of YouTube just refreshed itself just so it could show extra ads, probably. Yeah. Rex, Gregor, Ahsoka, all rumored to appear. Yeah. I think those are pretty solid choices. Christopher Lacroix? It looks like the
drink?
The drink name.
I don't know how to pronounce the drink either.
I never know how to say it. I always called it LaCroix.
It's not LaCroix.
LaCroix. They sent in 2 super chats, one with no message. I'm assuming they meant to send the message in the first one, but thank you. If you guys got another pet and had to name it a Star Wars name, what name would you choose? Love you guys. Oh, thanks.
Well, I know a lot of people are going to be expecting like Biggs or Diggs Barklighter, which is a phenomenal name, but our last dog was named Biggs, so I wouldn't want to go too close to that. That's a good question.
Not Grogu, because he's real.
I mean, I'm always someone that wants to squeeze a pun into the name. Hilo's full name is Carl Wagathon. Pippin's full name is Peregrine Took. So that's what I would want to start with. We gotta... Although I do like the name Porkins for a dog.
Size Noodles. Like a snoot.
Well, yeah, I mean... Max Rebone?
I like Max Rebone. Max is such a, like, everyday kind of dog name, though. I'm, like, looking at Funko Pops and...
Inspiration.
Characters.
Boba Fetch.
Ooh, Boba Fetch. But see, this would be hard because I would want it to be, like, a character I really liked. I'm still pretty on the fence about Boba Fett, to be honest.
Jango Fetch, fine.
He wasn't great either.
What could we name a dog? Ray is like there's no pun to be made with Ray, especially because we'd probably call the dog Ray.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a pun for Bib Fortuna.
That's a character you like?
I don't know. That would actually be a funny cat name, Bib Fortuna.
Oh, that is cute. It took me a second.
I kind of like Bib for a cat name.
Yeah.
Little Bib.
Can you see yourself? Yeah, that is cute. Can you see yourself yelling it as it knocks our stuff off the counter?
Mm-hmm.
Bib, no!
You weak-minded fool! Oh, let me see some in the chat here. Dog Jarin. That would basically be naming your dog Dog. Jabba the pup.
Aw.
Borkins. Yeah, I like
Borkins.
I like that. I think those Borkins might be my favorite. People like Bib Fortuna. Beg Fortuna. Okay, I think we got some good ones in there. Moving on, Ted Comment with a super chat says, I assume you heard the Star Wars news today. We did. So, May 4th will be the start of the Bad Batch, which is good and bad news for us because...
Gotta say I'm a little annoyed, but not surprised.
May 4th is once a year we put out our biggest video ever, the full canon timeline.
How dare you, Lucasfilm, steal our spotlight? Nah, it's fine. Like, yeah, it just means we're gonna have the canon timeline and then a review for the episode and then probably a live stream later in the evening. So May 4th is just gonna be a big day, which honestly it's fun to have that much Star Wars stuff to do.
But yeah, so we're getting the first episode May 4th, and then just a couple days later, May 7th, will be the second episode, and then from then on it'll be every Friday like normal.
Yeah. I don't know how many episodes it is. No one seems to know that.
Don't know yet. Don't know how many episodes or seasons or anything like that, but I assume we'll find out eventually.
Nope, we're never gonna find out.
No? Okay.
I am surprised that, like, I don't know, it seems like they're being awfully secretive about the Bad Batch of all things. I guess that's just the way they are with everything, but I'm like...
I don't think they're being secretive.
I'm surprised they didn't announce how many episodes there were. But...
I think because of Star Wars Celebration getting moved to 2022, they are just, like, all of their plans for how and when to release this stuff got messed up.
Probably,
so I don't know. That's my theory. Miranda here. What's up? Thanks for your super chat. Following on the above questions, which top 3 live-action characters do you want to show up in the Bad Batch beyond who has already been teased? Which top 3 do you not want in it? Happy Bag 7. So I was going to say Fennec Shan, but she's already been teased in the
tell
trailer.
you who I don't want in it. Grogu. Sorry. He's got his own... He's already a superstar. Does he have to be...
I mean, I agree. The next
Your
time...
face said otherwise.
What is it?
Yeah, that face.
I miss him. I agree, only because the next time we see Grogu, I don't want it to be like an animated version. I want it to be the real deal.
I agree.
Bad Batch was that? So, Cad Bane and Boba Fett.
Cad Bane's not live action.
That's true. Boba Fett.
This is tough. Like, animated characters are a lot easier to think of, like, yeah, they'll be in there. And, like, Cal Kestis, I honestly do think they're going to go to Braca, and they might see a young Cal Kestis there, but he's not live action either. But he kind of is. He's played by a live action person.
Barasafi.
I guess everyone's played by a live action person, aren't they?
Barasafi was live
there you
action.
Go. Barris is a good one, yeah.
Yeah. She didn't start that way, I don't think, but...
no, she did. She was in Attack of the Clones.
Okay, yeah. There's my 2. Let me think of a third one. Bail Organa?
That's a good one.
Mon Mothma? I could keep going. And then top 3 we don't want in it.
So yeah, I started with Grogu.
Who do I not want in the Bad Batch?
See, like, it's weird. I like Fennec Shand being in it because we don't know a whole lot about her, and it could give us some more context between her and Boba Fett in the book of Boba Fett. Maybe they know each other, maybe not. But I don't know, just something about Grogu being in it. I'm like, I don't want these series to be just constantly everything is connected.
What do you think about Obi-Wan? Because he should be gone by then, right?
Yeah. See, like, nah, I don't really want Obi-Wan. He's going to get his own series.
Exactly.
We've got plenty of him in Kenobi. I want to meet new people.
Yeah. So I'll say Obi-Wan is one that I don't want in it.
I bet Darth Vader is going to be in it at some point. So, but I'm also like, we have so much Darth Vader content that I'm like, I don't need to see more of him.
Palpatine.
He's in the trailer.
Dang it. Gosh. I don't know. Yoda? Like, basically, well, Yoda and Obi-Wan say that they have to go into hiding.
Right. This glare is killing me.
I don't know. That's all I got for that one. I hope that's enough. Top 3 that we want, top 3 that we don't want. Ooh, Doomslayer 420. What up? That's a great name. Thanks for the super chat. Hello there. What do you guys think about George Lucas writing 2 episodes of Andor? It's pretty exciting to me. Also, give Pippin pets for me. What's this about?
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that's not happening.
Is this
This is coming from...
Was this like a fake article, or...
Someone updated the IMDb writer page to say that George Lucas is writing 2 episodes, and I don't take that as fact. Like, that's the source of this.
Anyone can pay for an account and then edit IMDb. Yeah. So
someone did that, and then some articles were run, and people started to run with it. But I wouldn't say it's coming from...
Out of all the storylines, why would George Lucas want to get involved in the Cassian one?
So... Someone I saw online had a pretty interesting thought that it could have some story elements from Star Wars Underworld in it, which George Lucas developed like 100 scripts. Like, they wrote 100 scripts for that. That was supposed to be the first live action show ever, and then it fell apart. So maybe they're taking some elements from Underworld, and so George Lucas would get like some maybe some writing credits from that, but also like his name's going to be in the credits regardless. Yeah. It's always like based on a world created by George Lucas. So yeah, I I don't think that's happening. Oh, also Clayton Sandell, who he was with ABC a year ago. Like this same rumor popped up, and Clayton reached out and followed up, and his sources were like, "No, that's not happening." So maybe things have changed in the past year, but I doubt it.
Oh man, the chat is like super behind for me.
I bet it's doing that. Remember that one stream we had? That it would like update a lot at once.
Yeah.
YouTube.
But yes, we will give Pippin pets for you. Fun fact, Pippin sliced the back of my ear open the other night because he likes to sit on the back of our couch and like whack us in the back of the head because he wants treats. Oh, speak of the devil.
Did you hear your name?
And well, we need to cut his claws because they're just like razor sharp. But yeah, serious injury from the cat. Mike Gibb, thanks for the super chat, says, I'm curious with your Clone Wars rewatch, is it better how it was released or in chronological order?
I'm enjoying it in chronological order.
I am too.
That's the non-chronological part kind of threw me off the first time I watched it. It seems a little needlessly confusing, especially because they don't like say what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like there's no...
Even in chronological order,
it jumps around so much already.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm checking our DMs. It was about lagging earlier.
Okay.
And like, I don't think I saw the entirety of the Clone Wars in the order it was released, like as it was coming out or even afterwards.
The first time I watched it, it was in release order. And I think it's just easier to follow. I think it's more enjoyable when it's in chronological order.
Yeah, I do too. But like, I mean, either way, I think you'll enjoy it.
It's not that big of a deal, especially after the first 2 seasons. Then it's pretty much in order.
Yeah.
But even season 7 had some episodes out of order, but it wasn't like jarring to the story.
True. Okay, chat is just now hearing about my ear injury. According to what I'm seeing.
You could try refreshing again.
I will try that. Lindsay Brown, thanks for the super chat, just says, Bad Batch, May 4th? Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. It's our day to release the the canon timeline, but it is also cool when official Star Wars stuff comes out on May the 4th. Although it always makes me sad because around May 4th there's always Star Wars trivia happening around town, and we can't do that this year. Unless by some miracle they roll out
everyone gets vaccinated in the
all
next
the vaccines.
2 months.
Which, fun fact, my mom and his parents are all fully vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's good.
Let me see if that refresh helped at anything. Now nothing is showing up.
Well, I don't know. This is just proof that it's a YouTube issue and not ours.
There we go. Maybe that fixed it. I think it did. Rick Villanueva, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Hey friends, have you heard the news about the new Avatar The Last Airbender animated movie and Avatar Studios announcement?
All I heard was about the studios announcement. I didn't hear about the movie. And I saw it like right before we went live. So I don't know much about it, but they're going to keep doing more like Avatar stories in that universe. So yes, I'm excited about that.
Do we know like if it's another, or if it's like sequel or prequel?
I literally just saw the one thing that they're making more. That's all I know.
I mean, yes, please. I'm down for that. I enjoyed Korra. I don't like, not as much as Avatar, but I think
I liked Korra a lot.
It had a lot of different elements to it that made it different enough to where I liked it almost as much. Some stuff I liked even more than the original Avatar.
Yeah, I love that they're gonna. I mean, I think that's a great universe to just jump around and tell stories about different avatars, and that's a universe that I find very similar to Star Wars, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm on board for anything you want to do, because you've got like this huge timeline. You can jump anywhere and tell any story, and it won't have to affect Aang and the crew. It can, but it doesn't have to.
Oh, Pippin. This is the most Pippin's ever come into this room during a live stream.
He's gonna break something.
He's over by the computer. He's like, oh, this is warm. But yeah, hopefully it's good. I'm excited. Ted comment, thanks for the super chat. Who do you think the quote-unquote Luke Skywalker-like cameo is for WandaVision? My guess is Ian McKellen as Magneto.
I've seen that guess thrown around a lot. Like, I have no clue.
Well, let me say this first, because I read something about this, that like everyone keeps saying the Luke Skywalker level cameo, but Elizabeth Olsen never said that.
What did she say?
She said like a huge cameo, and because of the timing, people were like, news articles were using that as a headline. So she herself never said
she never said it was a Luke Skywalker level cameo.
As far as what I've read, no. But I mean, that doesn't change the fact that it's a big cameo, and it's someone that Paul Bettany apparently really has wanted to work with his entire life. So Paul Bettany has worked with some pretty big actors.
Although,
so
I can't remember if they had any scenes together, but he's worked with Ian McKellen. He's been on a movie with Ian McKellen anyway. He was on the Da Vinci Code with Ian McKellen. So that everyone, we keep looking over at Pippin, who's now throwing my phone off of my desk.
Oh, it got stuck. Oh.
Nice try, Pippin. So, yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably going to be someone that already exists that we'll recognize. But
Patrick Stewart?
Maybe. Like, I don't know. I think that Quicksilver is throwing us off.
I mean,
we don't know the full story behind exactly what.
Oh, there goes your phone. I think Benedict Cumberbatch would make sense.
That makes sense, yeah. I don't think people would be losing their minds over Doctor Strange showing up, but it's still a big cameo, and I think that'll lead us into the Mountains of Madness, the Multiverse of Madness. But I'm also like not really thinking about it at all. I'm just kind of like enjoying the ride, and when it happens, I'll just let it surprise me. I'm enjoying not having to think about this show too much and speculate on it. I'm happy to just be like, I'll turn it on every Friday and enjoy the surprises.
Yeah. Those are our very vague guesses. I don't know.
I don't think I made a guess.
Well, like, I wonder, so he did say it was an actor, right, that he wanted to work with, and not a character.
I think so. I think he just said it was someone he wanted to work with.
Maybe it is Mark Hamill. Elijah Neal, thanks for the super chat. You know, if you sing a sea shanty in a Gungan's voice, the stream won't lag anymore. It's totally a real thing that's under YouTube's guidelines towards the bottom. So you know what to do.
Well, we'll see what happens if it lags again.
Yeah, we'll fix the lag without having to do that, so... But if that were the case, Alex is the one with the Gungan voice, not me. How's it going over there?
I think we're doing all right. So
Are you
we're building
the panels.
We're building, I think, the 2 under panels for the mandibles. So it's going to be hard to see what I'm attaching at the end of the day, but
Stuff to go in here. Ben Potter, thanks for the super chat. I'm a little bummed we have to wait so long for the Bad Batch. I want something after WandaVision is over.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I mean...
It's like the week after.
We have a week break, I think, and then we get Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
And then that's on for 6 weeks, and then the very next week is May 4th. So, yeah, they're just trying to get a string of nerdy stuff to come out constantly.
Which is super smart. I mean, it's just going to be a constant stream of content for us nerds to talk about and theorize over the course of a week.
But yeah, I was hoping it would be... I knew it wouldn't be March because they didn't say anything about it in their, like, coming in March video that they do every month. But I was hoping for April. But, you know, 1 extra month. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Got another one from Ted comment. It says, Molly, is that a Bloom County book to your right?
A what?
This is my right?
Yep.
Are they talking about this?
I don't know. I don't know what Bloom County is.
I don't either. It's a Jurassic...
It's like one of those Barnes & Noble collection books.
Maybe that's what these are called. Hold on. I don't see anything about Bloom.
Bloom?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
It's just Jurassic Park: The Lost World in a book form. And then next to that is Sherlock Holmes. But I don't know what a Bloom book looks like, so... Anyways. Sorry to disappoint. WL, oh, I like this question. Thanks for the super chat. Is there a drinking age in Star Wars? How would that work since species age differently? Grogu is 50 and still a toddler.
I guess it has to be like per species. But yeah, I think there is a drinking age because Poe tries to get a drink. He has to convince someone to give him a drink in Free Fall.
Oh, really?
The Poe book, yeah. I
was going to say maybe they live off European rules and they're just like, well, whatever. But so do people have like licenses or IDs? I guess they have scan docs. Oh, Bloom County is one of the most famous comic strips ever printed. Well.
Nope. We have Calvin and Hobbes over there. That might be what you're seeing.
Yeah. The Calvin and Hobbes books, maybe. When I first saw this question, I thought it said, is there drinking in Star Wars? And I was going to talk about Port in the Storm and all the drinks in the Galaxy's Edge cookbook. Bulldog490, thanks for the super chat. Trivia, how many Star Wars / Indiana Jones crossover actors can you name?
Oh, man. Julian Glover, Michael Sherd.
I'll leave this one for you, since Indy is IG.
I'm wondering if John Rhys Davies, or Harrison Ford, obviously. I'm wondering if John Rhys Davies ever did a voice in Clone Wars or something. That wouldn't surprise me.
I mean,
I think we're probably just talking the movies, though.
Voice acting might be a hard one to catch.
Those are the three that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more. Oh, Porkins, William Hootkins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's 4. I'm trying to run through the plot. I think that's all I got for now.
I could only think of Julian Glover and Harrison Ford, so. I'm sure there's a random one that we're missing.
I'm sure there is.
Let's see. Nick, no last name provided. Thanks for the super chat. Alphabet Squadron kind of question. Any thoughts on the clouds near Jindorm that keep ghosts of ships? I was super intrigued, but it's not really explored in the book. Any legend stories?
No, there's no legend stories on that. That's something that Alexander Freed made up. And yeah, he likes to do that. He does it in Victory's Prize too, where it's he just kind of throws out some cool ideas, just some little world building things, and then doesn't really touch on them. I mean, that's always happened in Star Wars, before we had the Clone Wars and the prequels and everything, where Luke's just you fought in the Clone Wars, and everyone's what are those? It's the same basic idea. But no, there's no legend stories on that. I think it's just a fun idea he had.
Well, I'll read this one real quick. Ted comment says, my break's over. Love you guys, but I gotta go. Thanks, Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks for stopping by. Interesting, though. So, clouds that keep ghosts of ships? What?
So I think that was in... I can't remember if it was Shadowfall or Alphabet Squadron. I think it was Alphabet Squadron, the first one. And I want to say that if something exploded, then there would still kind of a visible ghost of it, an outline, kind of when a bomb goes off and it shows the silhouette of the person on the wall. I think it's that kind of idea. Does that happen in Battlestar?
I don't know. Brian's in the chat. Never mind, Brian.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Or maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. What? By the way, we talked about needing to get back to Battlestar watching.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that there are going to be a lot of leftover pieces on this, because this has been just sloppy building on my part. I'm at the last step of this mandible, and I'm looking at everything here. I'm
are you on the Hot Mess Express today?
I'm on the Hot Mess Express. I'm just seeing all these little pieces that I missed. I'm I am not paying nearly close enough attention to what I'm doing.
Every time Brian asks if one of us is on the Hot Mess Express, it makes me giggle.
But that's one done. Boom.
One mandible cover. Nathan Snyder, thanks for the super chat. Hey, thanks
That
for...
looks wrong.
Oh boy.
Oh, I fixed it.
Says, hey, thanks for all of your content and keeping things real, reasonable, and accurate. I love watching your channel. Keep the great content coming.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, real, reasonable, and accurate is those are good guidelines for making Star Wars videos, I think.
Or any content.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we hover outside the realm of reasonable when we do silly stuff, which is fine. Every now and again.
I've yet to have a moment where I'm like adding something to the actual body of this thing, and I'm like, oh, that was easy. Nope, this is very stressful. It won't go in.
That's what she said? I had to.
You did not.
I didn't, but I did. Do you need help?
Oh, I got one. Oh, hey, I did it.
There we go. That satisfying click. If it survives my hard taps, then it's in there. Psychopather, thanks for the super chat. Republic Commando re-release lore play. I saw that was re-released on the Switch?
And PS4.
Or PS5?
5, yeah.
Yeah.
Updated systems.
Yeah. Republic Commando. Which one is that?
It's a first-person shooter from, I think, 05. Yeah, I think so. You are a squad of 4 Republic commandos, and you're playing as like the leader, but you can tell your 3 other teammates to hold here or attack forward or go blow up that door. It's pretty cool. So I was gonna do a lore play on it at one point, and that game has like 3 really long levels. So I was like, this doesn't really... I don't know if it lends itself to a lore play, but maybe I'll just stream it. I think it would be better for just a stream.
You said it's not a long game? You said it's not a long game? Or it is?
No, it's 3 like long levels.
Oh, okay. So like, would you do a level in a single stream, or is that too long?
That I think I could do. I was more just like, I don't know how to make a reasonable length video. There's only so much to talk about on these.
Oh, right. So yeah, if there's
play.
there's not a ton of lore to talk about, then it's not really worth doing a lore play over. But
It's like there's lore to talk about, but it's just not enough to fill all that space. It would be so heavily edited. I don't know what the final version would look like.
Dan23, thanks for the super chat. Opinion on Star Wars novel A Queen's Hope, coming out in November of 2021.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I still need to read Queen's Peril. That was just one that slipped under my radar. I mean, I knew about it, but I don't know when it came out. But I think I was reading something else or trying to do something else, but I'm bad about keeping up with the books. But I liked Queen's Peril a lot, so I'm thrilled with another Padme book. I think those books are written pretty well. I mean, they're not really tailored to someone like you. You're more of an Alphabet Squadron person.
Right. I've enjoyed all of them more than I thought that I would. And I think EK does a really good job of taking stuff from other media and like explaining it in a different way. So in Queen's Shadow, in Queen's Shadow, they talk about like the EMP weapon that Naboo has in Battlefront 2 and the development of it and why they developed it and the problems it caused on Naboo. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting that she took that discussion and put it into this book. So I like that side of it. But I know, like, I have a lot of friends who just adore those books. Like Sarah or Bria or like people that cosplay handmaidens, and so they're...
I mean, yeah, people who love prequel era stuff, love Padme, and like that's perfect content. And you're right, I think E.K. Johnston. Okay. I was like, wait a second. She's super nice. I think
she is very nice.
She loves the character of Padme, and I think she is like the perfect person to write for her.
I'm more excited for my friends who were excited.
Yeah.
But I'm going to read it.
Like when Queen's Shadow came out, I didn't think that this was going to be like a trilogy of books, but I'm excited that it is.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing well.
Yeah, the I almost said manhaydens. The handmaidens. Or manhaydens. Whatever you want to call them. They're amazing, and I love getting all of their cool backstories. And they're awesome in the comics, too.
Yeah, I love... Oh, boy. I think I did something wrong.
Oh, boy.
I love what they've done with them in the comics. Oh, no, this is right. This is fine.
Jane Dalton, thanks for the super chat. Now that y'all saw it, if Ted Lasso were a Jedi, would he make the Jedi Council?
God, I hope so. Yeah, believe.
Think his pure positive vibes could single-handedly save the Jedi Order.
I do.
Man.
I do. Ted Lasso can do anything. God, I loved that show.
They're too stuffy for him and all of his puns and jokes.
Yeah, and so was Rebecca. And look what happened to her. He melted that ice-cold heart.
I don't think he could do that with the entire Jedi Council. Mace.
If I had already done this, I'd go rip off the believe sign that I'm going to hang up somewhere in our house. And I'd be like, what's that say?
It says believe, not belief.
I said believe.
He might make a difference. I don't think he could
He could save the galaxy.
Okay. Ted Lasso is such an amazing show. You don't have to be a sports fan whatsoever to enjoy it. It is so pure and just a ball of smiles.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it.
Literally a ball of smiles. Ted comment, I guess this was before he left, but thank you, Ted. The 05 Fantastic Four team would also be fun. Oh, in WandaVision. So yeah, we keep bringing up...
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Especially if freaking Chris Evans showed up. And they'd be like,
Oh my god, what is happening? Yeah. I don't know if that particular cast would be fun, but we keep bringing up, and every time we do Explain It to Me and talk about WandaVision, like... Ashton keeps saying it's too early to bring in, and the same with most of our guests, it's too early to bring in anyone from the new Fantastic Four because it just got announced or something like that. But
December 10th, yeah.
It's just, like, there's such a connection between some of the Fantastic Four characters and the people in WandaVision that I'm like, it would be so cool if, like, Sue Storm showed up, because she didn't get enough to do in, honestly, any of the Fantastic Four movies so far.
Well, we haven't seen Josh Trank's Fantastic Four.
I don't need to see it to know.
What was I going to say?
Justice for Sue. I'm just kidding.
I don't think it's impossible. I think it's crazy unlikely. I don't think they've cast that movie, but maybe they have. Maybe they know, like, everyone wants John Krasinski to be Mr. Fantastic, which I'm like, sure, okay, but maybe they just went ahead and did that, and they are going to drop some crazy reveal on us.
I kind of hope they do.
I think it's unlikely, but
we still don't know the exact astrophysicist that
right.
Monica was talking about, although it could have just been that random lady that showed up with the
I don't think so.
With the car. I don't really think so either, but I mean that could have just been like a big ol' like, hey, look over here kind of thing.
Maybe.
Or, yeah, Doctor Doom has some, like, I think I read Doctor Doom has some backstory with Scarlet Witch in the comics, or Vision, or something like that. So, like, those characters, I think, are very possible to come up.
I think it's probably more likely, yeah, Doctor Strange or something. That makes more sense. I think it's a safer bet. I'd be thrilled if it were someone different.
Ooh, Red Jack of Clubs in the chat said Natalie Portman as She-Thor. I don't think that's a cameo, but I completely forgot that was happening, and I am so psyched for that. I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, she basically turned into a ballerina for Black Swan. I believe that she can bulk up a little bit to be Lady Thor. Not that she has to, but I'm kind of a stickler for that kind of stuff. Like, Gal Gadot's kind of skinny for Wonder Woman. Although I guess she's an Amazonian, so
they have superpowers.
Yeah, they're just naturally strong and slim and beautiful and gorgeous and whatever. I don't care.
Just some hunk.
It's just some hunk. Whatever.
Who cares?
Moving on. Story Room. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, the illustrious gold leader here. What is the...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm just paying attention to this super chat now.
Yeah. What is the most misunderstood / underappreciated scene in the Star Wars films?
Oh, I thought they were going to talk some smack.
No.
Good to see you, Evan.
For a rookie to come talk smack to the 4-time reigning... what is it?
Who keeps count, really?
The Star Wars champ. That would be brave. Bold move, Cotton. Misunderstood, underappreciated scene in the Star Wars films. I was gonna say the conversation that Luke and Vader have on Endor, but I don't know if that's...
I think that's an
underappreciated. That's a big moment.
No, I think that's an underappreciated moment. No one really talks about that scene when they talk about Return of the Jedi.
I love that scene because there's so much subtext, there's so much going on. You can tell at that moment that Vader is already, like, he's
thinking.
He's ready to turn. He's ready to do it.
Wheels are turning. I don't know that he's ready, but it's just like it gives the audience hope that he might.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe he's not a complete monster.
He's got that line where he says, "Son, it is too late for me." What?
It's like he's here.
I don't do a good Vader. But that line, every time I hear it, like, it makes me want to cry. It's so good. I think I like Return of the Jedi more and more every time I watch it. I know it's Zach Burkett's favorite Star Wars movie.
Underappreciated. I'm trying to think of misunderstood as well. I'm gonna try to do both in one. And it's because it is definitely not my favorite scene, but I also think that I know there's more to it than I've thought about, and I know that there's even like George Lucas talking about this scene and how he feels it's misunderstood. But the Attack of the Clones fireplace discussion,
Yeah.
um,
The lines
I
are
think,
just
yeah, I know,
weird.
it's difficult, but I do think that a lot of people, probably myself included, like just write it off as like, oh, it's this scene. And I think George Lucas was just trying to do something different, and I think I owe it to him to look a little deeper into that scene and at least like try to get on his level and be like, okay, what were you going for?
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't think it worked, like what was the point? Not what was the point, but just like what was the intent?
My gut is to also say just all of The Last Jedi. Just some people I just don't think got what Rian Johnson was trying to say.
Honestly, it's the same thing of people.
Yeah.
You don't like it, that's fine. But I think that people also just immediately go, this is bad. And I refuse to try to understand what it's saying.
People take possession of the character of Luke Skywalker and say, Luke would never toss the lightsaber like that.
It's like, well, he just did.
He just did. And there's a reason. He's grumpy. And he's mad. And he's like, why are you here? Go away. That, and I'll bring it up. I know it's like a lot of people's like least favorite thing of anything, the Canto Bight stuff. Granted, if you read the Art of the Last Jedi book, it talks about some of the deleted scenes and like how Canto Bight was going to be a little bit different and would have, I think, given a little more character depth to Rose and Finn. But
I tend to agree with people who are like, the Canto Bight stuff. I'm like, yeah, like I get what it's saying and why it's in the movie. But I'm also like, I feel like they could have done this differently, maybe better. But I don't know.
I didn't mind it.
Well,
I don't understand why people hate it so
No, I
much
don't
with
hate
like
it.
a fiery passion.
No.
Like, it's the worst. Oh my god, why is it in there? It's like, well, it's showing you why Rose is even in this fight, first of all.
And it's Finn
And
learning that like his whole journey is no, sitting out of the fight is just as bad as being on the side of evil.
Right.
Or being in it for yourself is just as bad.
Yeah, and he just doesn't understand because, I mean, from birth, he's been trained as a stormtrooper. He's like, why do you hate this place so much? And she says, look closer. And she's kind of like trying to open his eyes a little bit about how the real world works. And DJ does the same thing on the Libertine when he's like, this was an arms dealer's ship and it provided weapons for the good guys and the bad guys. And all that is like, it's all a teaching moment for Finn. And I will agree, Finn didn't get enough to do, I think, in The Last Jedi, but it couldn't be 4 hours long. It's like,
well, a lot of it is, I think, because it's like such a direct sequel to The Force Awakens, which I totally understand. I think Ryan was like, I have to see what happens immediately after the final scene of The Force Awakens. So he's like, this is going to pick up right there. And then that just kind of ripple effects out into... He knew like Rey and Kylo's arc. He knew Luke's arc. And Finn's... He has an arc, but I think that it could have... If there were a time jump, we could have skipped it. He could have just been part of the Resistance. And he could have gotten to do something else. But
Yeah.
it's just like making a movie is hard. And I do love what he did with Luke and Rey and Kylo.
Mm-hmm. Someone in the chat brought up the Holdo maneuver. That was
I love the Holdo maneuver.
so cool. The sound design, they said in the chat, the sound design is amazing. It really is. Like, when that happens, like, in a theater with the surround sound and just, like, how loud it is, it was, like, so cool. And it's funny listening to, like, was it Ryan Johnson trying to explain that he wanted the sound of no sound?
Yeah, and then he literally
And,
meant no
like,
sound.
they went back and forth trying to get the sound for that right. Like, the sound designers were like, how do we make the sound of a sound vacuum? And eventually he was like, no, I mean, no sound at all. Hey, that's it. It's so funny how they came to that conclusion. Anyways. Gotta stir up the chat with some sequel trilogy love every day. Caleb Diaz, thanks for the super chat. Just finished Light of the Jedi. In all caps, oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Light of the Jedi is a good book.
I can say that the next High Republic interview is coming out on Friday, because I recorded it yesterday with Kevin Scott. So yeah, it was really fun. Great talk. He's super fun. We talked a lot about horror.
He sounds like a super cool
he was
dude.
very fun to talk to. All of them have been. So yeah, 4 down, 1 to go. Claudia, you're next.
You say that so ominously.
Well, someone mentioned that, I forget when this was, someone was like, this is like you collecting the Infinity Stones, and I'm like, you know what? It is now. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch 'em all. Bill Devers, thanks for the super chat. $10 towards Hilo's doggy treat fund. Oh, thank you for your consistently good content. Thank you. We are actually... He's got one more of his little bendy chews left.
Okay.
We get him these chews that are about this long, that are kind of bendy. And we bend them in half and we stuff them into a Kong, which is like a plastic, or not plastic, it's like a rubber dog toy that you can put treats and stuff in. And that keeps him busy for like, a little while. It used to keep him busier for longer, but now he can get him out pretty quick. Kyle Beckworth, thanks for the super chat. Oh, great match on Friday, Molly. You played amazingly. Very excited for 2 Star Wars Schmoedown tournaments. Also, I'm loving WandaVision explained Twitch videos. I'm in the same boat with the comic knowledge. Thank you about my match. I am always gonna beat myself up for whatever, well, not for whatever questions I miss, but if I miss questions in round 1, it's gonna haunt me for a long, long time. So, wasn't my best match, but I had a lot of fun. That round 2, getting Spinner's Choice, neither of us knew Spinner's and Opponent's Choice was gonna be on the wheel, so that was a shock. Getting Spinner's Choice felt pretty freaking good. And then going perfect in round 2.
I was watching it with friends on Discord, and if I ever spin Spinner's Choice, well, if I usually get the chance to put it on or off the wheel if it's a championship match. If I ever get it,
do you ever put it on?
It will be my nightmare. No, I didn't even know that was a thing until my match with Ace, and they were like, "Do you want it on?" I was like, "You've never given me this option before." They've just never put it on. So, but no. Getting Spinner's Choice would be a nightmare. I would be frozen with indecision. I would be like, no, just spin it again.
I was like sitting there for a minute thinking of a couple, thinking of like what I had watched recently, thinking of how I did in round 1. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with the one that I love watching the most, and then that's Force Awakens. So,
And
I
you
nailed
crushed it.
And you know, my 5-pointer was hard. I'm pretty sure Laura knew it because she loves Kanan, and I think she said in an interview that she knew it, which is impressive. I didn't really think to memorize all those lines, but now I know. Now I know better.
Now you're stronger.
Yep, the Maverick will return, hopefully with a win.
Another win. You act like you've never won before.
Well, yeah. It's just like you do so much studying and then you play this one game and then you don't play again for a while, and it's just like kind of eats you up inside.
But
I'm gonna
two tournaments this year.
I'm gonna become a golem this year with all the studying, and like if I keep losing, I'm just gonna deteriorate into a golem.
You know, he's not a golem. His name is Golem.
I'm gonna deteriorate into a golem. Name Golem. Oh no, I'm like Ted now.
You said
I said that word too many times, and now it doesn't make sense.
Oops. Thought that's weird.
I need to just learn how to try to be more entertaining, even if I lose. I don't know. I don't think anyone cares. Moving on.
Hey, guess what? Only one missed piece. Where does it go?
Oh boy. Stephen Ray Morris, thanks for the super chat. More Pippin, please. Like what the Clone Wars show did for the prequels, do you think they would ever do a sequel series to show... Sorry, a sequel series show to fill the gaps between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker? What would that look like to you?
Kind of thought Resistance was going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was going to progressively get more and more intertwined with the main story. I kept on expecting the Colossus to pick up the Falcon. I thought that the Falcon was going to leave Crate, and they were like, we need help. Boom. The Colossus is there, and then that never happened, and I was frustrated about it. But it's interesting because it's only a year gap, but then, I mean, the Clone Wars, they got 7 seasons out of a 3-year gap, so... Yeah, I would love to see a series that gives us some more context, especially about the New Republic and all that, because that was sorely lacking in the sequel trilogy.
Oh, hey, Maxwell. Maxwell said hi in the chat.
Hi, Max. Found it. Yes, I did it.
Did it?
Wait, did I?
Did you?
I think I did.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
You're a mess.
I'm on the... What is it? What's Brian say?
The Hot Mess Express?
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, I don't see them doing a show, like a Clone Wars style show for this, but it'd be cool to get a book or a comic. Like, I want to see more of Rey training with Leia without them, you know, Leia's not here anymore. She can't be anything live action. But anything animated or on page, I think that would be really cool to see more of their training. And like, I don't know, just like, where is Claude from? I want to know Claude's backstory, why he's there, why is he so good at fixing surges?
Is he?
Or is he good? We don't know if that surge ever got fixed.
Broke that. Yeah, I think I would be fine if they just didn't touch the Skywalker saga for a while. I'm happy with the shows that they've announced. I'm happy with... I want them to keep expanding things and not just stay focused on the same stuff.
Do you think it would be cool to see or read, like, Leia being able to commune with Force ghosts?
Sure.
And, like, them actively talking about how Rey is a Palpatine because apparently they knew, and she trained her anyways. It would be kind of cool to see those conversations. I don't know.
I guess.
Boomstick, yeah, Claude doesn't even have arms.
How does he fix the surge?
We'll never know.
What time is it?
7:47.
Well, I finished bag 7 already.
Oh. Well, we've been going for an hour and 16 minutes.
Why don't we talk until 8 and then, or a little beyond, because I'm not going to get very far in bag 8 if I open it now, and then it'll just be a mess. So let's just hang out and chat for a while, and then at 9 tonight we're going to do a very special episode of Explain It To Me, just because I was talking with a friend about the Mortal Kombat trailer last week, and he started talking about the lore of Mortal Kombat, and I was like, excuse me, what? I didn't know that there was lore to Mortal Kombat. And I was like, okay, stop talking. We're just gonna do an episode on this. So he's gonna join us, our friend Elliot, aka the Winter Twig on Twitch, and we got Jesse Swift, aka the Jackal, a new Schmoedown rookie who loves Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
and they're just gonna yell Mortal Kombat lore at us, and I'm gonna be like, what?
So yeah, Jesse was on POV when we had just like a bunch of rookies on, and he reached out to me and said, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat nerd. I love, the lore and everything. And he asked if we would have him on Explain It To Me. And I was like, sure. Like, the more the merrier with something like that, because, I don't know, I'll save it for the show, but I like Mortal Kombat. I don't know much about it. So I'm excited to learn more.
What I'm most excited about is just feeding off of their enthusiasm. Because, like, I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat except I played some of the games. I know who Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Reptile, like, I know who the characters are generally, but I don't know anything about them. And just me watching the trailer, I was like, okay, neat. Like, that seemed pretty cool. But watching someone who loves Mortal Kombat talk about the trailer, it's like they're just so excited. Like, they nailed the trailer. And so I want to know why and how and what to be excited for. I want to hear from someone who's thrilled about something.
I like the way Rashad put it in the chat. Mortal Kombat has the deepest lore out of any beat 'em up.
Sure.
Any beat 'em up video game.
You know what's dumb? I've seen all the Street Fighter movies. They're all bad. The live action ones, anyway.
How many Street Fighter movies have there been?
2, right? There was the Jean-Claude Van Damme one.
I haven't seen any of them.
We saw the Chun-Li one. We were on. It was like years ago. We
Maybe.
were on vacation with our friend Chris and his girlfriend, and we just put it on, and it was the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
But Chris Klein, it's worth it for his performance alone. It is insane.
I'll take your word for it. I don't remember that, but
He probably fell asleep, and it was probably just me and Chris watching this, going like, "What is this?"
Mm-hmm. I do remember a little bit from the Mortal Kombat movie. Anyways, you guys can tune in to Alex Damon Live on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern time for all this Mortal Kombat talk. Let's move on. Caleb Kirby, thanks for the super chat. What's the best I have a bad feeling about this?
I like that question. I think it's between BB-8s and Han in Solo.
Well, that's like not quite.
That's
the
why
line.
I like it. That's why I think it's great. It's like, oh, he did the line, but not really. Well, let's be honest. The best one is "Search your bad feelings about this" from the episode 10 by an AI. Which I'm so impressed that the artificial intelligence was like, we got to work this phrase in there.
Search your bad feeling about.
And they did 2 Star Wars phrases into one. That's impressive. That AI, like, say what you will about Jar Jar Jedi. I'm impressed that it did that. But
By the way, they're doing their solo episode on Saturday, and I cannot wait to watch that.
the part 1, they split it into 2 parts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. So, yeah, I like when they take something that is familiar. It's a trope of the movies, which I think that probably eventually they need to stop doing it. But keep doing what they're doing. I love when like K2 gets cut off saying it. I love that Han says, I've got a really good feeling about this instead. And I love that everyone figured out that BB-8 says it based off of context clues.
Yeah, I was going to say BB-8 for mine. Or I was also thinking in Empire, I feel like Leia's in Empire is the most real sounding one.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, it's just literally inside of a space slug. They're trying to figure out what's going on. There's Minox flying around. Like, everyone else's line of it's just, like, very robotic. Hers has some, like, feeling behind it.
Right. I agree. And it's also
some bad
before
feeling.
That was the first time it was a thing. Because in A New Hope, I think it was just a coincidence that Lucas wrote it in twice. Han and Luke each say it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I should probably just do it again. That's funny. And so he did it again. And yeah, that's probably the best delivered one. But then you get to Return of the Jedi, and it's like, now they're doing it on purpose. And so some of them, you get to it, and it's just like, okay, well, yep, there's the line. Good job. You did it.
Yeah.
That's how it felt in The Rise of Skywalker, honestly. Where it's just, Lando said the thing. Like, okay, check that box.
I do like that they had Lando say it, though.
Yeah, he never got to. I'm okay with that, too. But it also just feels like... oh, no. And I'll say the same about Han in The Force Awakens, too. Now I'm going to my least favorite ones. Han in The Force Awakens, it like does the zoom in. That one's probably even more egregious.
Yeah.
Rathtars get out, zoom in. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, he might as well have winked at the camera. Like, I like it when they get creative with it, where it's like, okay, we're going to get this trope in here, but how do we do it in a new and interesting way instead of just saying the line?
Yeah. You done?
I think so. I liked that question. Great question.
I'm kidding. It was a good question. Phil VE with the super chat. Do you think Taika's Star Wars movie will be similar in tone to Ragnarok or Shadows? And how well do you think that will and how well do you think that tone would translate to the Star Wars universe? I think it's more likely to be along the lines of Ragnarok, but I get the feeling that maybe the whole debacle with Lord Miller making Solo a little bit too silly. Like, I don't know that Taika is gonna go nuts with the humor, but then again, he's Taika, and they should give him all the creative freedom. I mean, they should have with Lord Miller too, but they just something didn't work there. But
I've got some thoughts on this. So
now that you're done building, you're like, I have things to say.
Look at me, I can use my full brain power to just focus on this. So I think it'll probably be along the lines of Ragnarok. I don't think it's going to be as goofy as What We Do in the Shadows as much. I adore that movie. I don't think it's going to go that far. I do think it'll be silly. I do think it'll have that Taika Waititi kind of stamp on it. And I say that because before his movie was announced, they asked him if he would, like, the media just said, hey, would you ever consider doing a Star Wars movie? And he said, no, I would love to finish. I like to finish my movies. That's what he said as a dig at, like, Trevorrow and Lord and Miller. And I think he was making a dig that they didn't get the full creative freedom that they wanted. There were creative differences, and they exited the movie. So I think that for him to come on, there has to have been something where he's like, this is my vision. I'm doing this. You can't stop me. So, like, why I think that's okay in this case is because he's probably doing a story that is not about Han Solo. It's not about Luke Skywalker. This is probably going to be an experiment to see if something a little maybe goofier, sillier, I don't know, something with Taika's stamp on it can succeed as a Star Wars film.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be goofy or silly.
Yeah, like,
it can just be funny.
Right.
I mean, Return of the Jedi has some really goofy moments.
Yeah, so does Empire. Like,
And-
I mean, all
and
of them.
Empire.
Star Wars always has funny moments in it. I'm just quirky. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Taika just has like this brand,
Yeah.
and I feel that he will want to put his brand into Star Wars.
Some of that good New Zealand humor.
Right.
There's got to be a word for that somewhere.
Kiwi hee-hees. Yeah. I think I'm really looking forward
Apologies to anyone from...
It's the best joke I've ever made. I think that is going to be a very interesting and original and unique movie. And I think it won't be connected to anything else that we've seen before for that reason.
Yes.
Because if you were to do a Luke Skywalker movie and then he did something really crazy with it, people would be furious.
Real quick, before I keep going, we've got a couple more super chats to read. We're at 330 viewers, only 195 likes. Guys, hit that like button. It means a lot. I don't know. You don't have to, but now that I've been throwing that reminder in there every time, it's become a habit. But like I said, you don't have to. But if you want to, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. The Meg Jake, thanks for the super chat. Do you think you'll record your first playthrough of the next Fallen Order game? I would have loved to see your reaction to Vader in the first one. Well,
I don't know.
that would be tough, I think, because
I mean, I could do it.
if it's an EA game, we might get it early
I mean, you
in
can-
pieces, and they might not let us do that.
No, they would. Like, I recorded my gameplay footage
That's true.
for the first game. I didn't record my reaction, and that was foolish of me.
I did try to record your reaction when we would go to events and stuff,
Yeah.
but it was mostly just Alex going,
That's the problem, is that my reactions are very, like, yeah, wow.
just like I'm trying to
mentally, everything's working in
Okay.
overdrive.
I don't know if you can hear my clicking, but that would have been his reaction for the Vader scene.
No, I think I made noises. I think I got really excited for the Vader scene and said some swear words and stuff. Because, I do remember that. Because it gives you the chance to fight him, and I was like, no, let me run. I don't want to do this. And then, like, you attack him, and then eventually you get to run. But, yeah, I can try to do that. And I should have had the foresight to do that the first time. But also, it's like, sometimes I want to experience these things for myself, too.
Yeah.
Not worry about reacting to everything. And
I mean, you don't have to worry about reacting. You just react, and
That's
it gets
true,
caught
yeah.
on camera. Lindsay Brown, thanks for the super chat. Maybe the WandaVision cameo will be turtles, because who doesn't like turtles?
SFC Pruitt. Missed him.
Yeah, he wasn't here tonight. I hope he's okay. But, hey, I would love some turtles. As long as they're not being mind controlled by Wanda and, like,
The
they're...
cameo will be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh. I'd be alright with it. Just to see the chaos
Yeah.
in the fandom.
Let's see another fandom implode for once.
Diego Imanol, I hope I said that correctly. Thank you so much for the super chat. Just says, just to say hi.
Oh. Hi.
Hi, Diego. If you're still here, hopefully you are. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, we're at 8:01. Okay, I can finish this.
No, let's just keep. We're not in any like huge rush.
No, I know. I have to pee though.
Oh, okay.
Lawrence Fletcher, thanks for the super chat, just says Claude is from Monsters Inc. Crying face. I could see that.
He does look like a
like
Pixar character.
Yeah, I could see like a weird, just like one of the creators, the concept artist is like watching Monsters Inc. one day and then goes to work the next day and they're like, oh, what did I just create? Here's Claude. I don't know
he
where
can fix
it came
surges,
from.
maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure we'll hear more from Claude at some point.
I do like Claude. He's one of those things that
Yeah.
sticks out from The Rise of Skywalker for sure.
Skywalkin, thanks for the super chat. Hello. Oh, how are you both? I'm so old. I was like, Hru? What does Hru mean?
It's one of those cool acronyms.
Yeah. Hello, how are you both? Are you guys excited for the Bad Batch on May the 4th? We're doing good. The weather has been exceptionally warm in Georgia, but I've had mixed feelings about that. I'm not ready for it to be warm again
It went
yet.
from like really cold to really hot today.
No. And yes, I'm very excited for Bad Batch.
I'm ready for some new like weekly Star Wars content that like we're all going to be, not everyone I'm sure, but most people are going to be taking this in. Not everyone reads all the comics or the books, but like when new TV shows are coming out, it feels like the fandom gets together and we're like, yeah, let's celebrate this thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm very hopeful for the show, but I'm also like, what's this really going to be about? So I'm trying to maintain a little bit of skepticism, but I'm mostly positive about it.
I would agree.
I'm ready for more Wrecker, though. I love that he's your least favorite and my favorite.
He's just, I don't know.
Big ol' meathead.
Yeah. Although he gave me that video to make the Wrecking Ball one.
He's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be able to do that once a week now.
Yay. And then the last one on the list here we have from Gary24fan. Thank you so much for the generous super chat. Thanks, folks. No question. I just haven't been able to watch for a while, so wanted to say thanks again for your content.
Thanks, Gary. Wait, what time is it?
8:04.
Okay. You can go to the restroom and we'll just sit and chat for another 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll hop over to your seat. Molly and I keep battling over these stools.
Let me get a refill.
Crystal Customs think the Bad Batch will have a few episodes during the Clone Wars that bleed into Order 66, kind of like the Siege of Mandalore. I like that idea. I do. Because it would help reinforce, where this story takes place. For people who might just only watch the TV shows. I mean, I don't think it would be hard to find out if you watched the Clone Wars last year, then you know where the Bad Batch takes place. But I think that's a good idea to just kind of recontextualize things. They had a Bad Batch arc planned for the Clone Wars, so yeah, it could use some of that story. The first 3 episodes could be Clone Wars stuff, and then the last episode is Order 66, and we see what happened with them. We don't even know if they have chips or if the chips work because they are not mutants. What? They're messed up. Why can't I think of the word? They're special clones. But yeah, I think that's a great idea to just give the series a little bit of context as we move into the rest of the story. Skywalking, do I think Bad Batch will be a long-term show like the Clone Wars or like 1 or 2 seasons? Oh, and Andrew Cook, you're a Kiwi and you proved to my joke. I appreciate that. It's the funniest thing I've ever said. I don't know. Like, I want Star Wars to have those long-term shows, but it does seem like the trend lately, and it's probably for the best, is to have shorter shows. Things that go 3 or 4 seasons, like we were talking about Ted Lasso, and that's going to be a 3-season show, and then they're done. And like, that makes me sad that it's only going to be 3 seasons, but I'm also glad that they're going to have, like, they know what the story is, and they're going to end it, and they're not going to just like run it until it's overstayed its welcome.
It's so big.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the builder seat now. I'm in charge now, Phasma. I'm in charge.
I don't like this. So yeah, I'm going to guess that it'll... Why do you have to poke at everything?
I want to see what this moves. Right. Oh.
You don't know what's supposed to be poked and what's not.
I moved this little chair earlier and you didn't say anything because you didn't see
I didn't see you do it.
But I like that the chair moves.
Lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Do you think The Bad Batch will be a long-term show, like 7 seasons, or
No.
you think it'll be shorter?
Yeah.
I think it has potential to be long, but I think they're probably going to tell these shorter stories. I mean, a lot of the series that they announced are going to be mini-series or like special events, they said, like Ahsoka
Yeah.
or the Kenobi show.
I just don't think they could do more than 1 season about the Bad Batch. Like,
You think it's going to be 1 season?
yeah.
No, I don't think that's
it's gonna be
true.
1 long season.
No.
You see the characters of the Bad Batch carrying a multi-season TV show?
Not by themselves.
Right. So they need those secondary characters.
Uh-huh.
But they're gonna still call it the Bad Batch.
Yep.
You don't see a problem there?
Nope.
All right.
The Bad Batch isn't going to be 1 season. I don't think... Okay.
If
it is what I hope it is, it won't be 1 season.
If they do multiple seasons, I foresee them changing the title to have a Bad Batch : blank.
Maybe.
Because I think the Bad Batch characters are going to die.
Eventually. Maybe.
I mean, I'm not trying to kill them off as soon as possible, but...
We're not going to care if they die a season in. Well, that's not true. They can write that to the point where we care. Come on, Pippin. But no, it'll be more than a season.
My phone's speaking.
What? Oh. It's going to be more than a season.
We don't know.
As long as it does well. But knowing how long these things are done in advance animated shows, they're probably well into season 2 already. I just don't see them going, there he is. Oh, he's going to do the thing again and walk through the Falcon.
Can he? Or did you fill that part in?
No, I didn't fill that in. Oh, there you go. So majestic.
Handsome boy.
No, like, I just don't see them... I think part of the reason they got to do the Clone Wars at all is because they had this idea for another show. And so they were like, we want to do this, but let us finish the Clone Wars and it will build into the Bad Batch. I think Dave Filoni has like a whole story he wants to tell here.
That's totally possible and fair.
And I think it'll take longer than a season.
Do you think it'll be more than 2 seasons?
Yes.
Oh, Pippin.
I think it'll be more than 2 seasons.
All right.
I'm going to guess like 4, like the Rebels default.
4 seasons of the Bad Batch?
12 episodes?
I guess
12 episodes a season?
Well, yeah, I guess if they're the small seasons, maybe. But
I'm not expecting 22 episodes a season.
with all the other shows coming out, though, like that would overlap, wouldn't it?
For sure, yeah. Well, like it's 100% going to run into Loki. but I don't think that there's probably not that many people that are like, either I'm gonna watch one or the other, like I only have time for one. Like, we'll be watching both. It's not really a problem that Loki's gonna be coming out at the same time. You know, it might be a short season. It could be 6 episodes. I doubt it. I'm expecting 12 for some reason, but who knows?
Pippin, do you want on my lap? No? Gonna go back over there. Oh, just gonna sit there. I wanna see if it'll focus on him. No.
Brian says this is what he's been coming for, the danger of Pippin around the Legos. I think this is too heavy for him to move. Oh, he's going to bite it, though. Why?
Oh, Pippin.
Elijah, yeah, Loki's in June 11th now, but Bad Batch is going to be more than 5 episodes, I hope.
Oh, look at that yawn. Yeah, I think the only way it gets multiple seasons is that it has very short seasons.
I think it'll be 12 episodes. I think that makes sense. That almost seems to be the standard now. Like, shows going 8 to... Or I guess now it's going to go down to 6. Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Kenobi are both 6 episodes each.
Oh, boo.
But they say it's a 6-hour movie, so they should be all hour-long episodes.
Well, if it's anything like WandaVision, there's 15 minutes of credits.
True. Jane, thanks for another super chat. This will probably be our last question here. Are there any kind of theme park experiences for Star Wars that you'd like to see that don't already exist at Galaxy's Edge?
Theme park experiences.
I've been noticing you do this a lot now. Ever since you joined the View crew, this is like your new thing.
Well, I don't want to touch my face because I have makeup on.
Oh, okay, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Well, I don't, so I'll do this.
Experiences. Ooh, Dark Side Cave. The ride.
Wow. How would you do that?
Like
everyone would have to have their own tailored, like, this is what you're afraid of experience.
It would be like a crazy, one of those wacky carnival mirror mazes.
Yeah. It's just you looking at yourself the whole time.
You have to, like, fill out a survey first, and it gives you, like, multiple choice of different things, and then, like, whatever you say you're most afraid of, it's gonna... It's like in
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn, when you say, like, which bug you're most afraid of.
There probably is a way for them to do that, where if you... It would have to keep offering you forks in the road. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if one way you see is full of bugs, and the other way is got a spooky clown, and then it'll just pay attention to where you went. But then by the end, if you didn't choose the bug path, it's like, there's bugs everywhere!
I mean, that would be quite traumatizing, I think.
Well, so would a dark side cave.
That's what I'm saying. This whole thing would be a dark side cave.
Yeah, I know. I'm agreeing with you. So if you're traumatized by the end, they did their job well.
Disney is not trying to traumatize people, so I'm trying to think of something else. The
things I think of are too close to what already exists. The Falcon ride, like, I would love something like the Avatar ride, but we're all in X-Wings or something.
Obi-Wan on the Varactyl.
Oh, wow.
And you have to escape Grievous on Utapau.
A wheel bike roller coaster would be pretty cool.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm envisioning, like, this roller coaster where your seat is a Varactyl and it's like an animatronic that moves.
Yeah, they could do that. The way that they did the Avatar thing, and it like moves when it breathes.
Oh, yeah.
That was weird.
I'm trying to think of something that's not a ride, though.
That's why I said the Dark Side Cave, because that would be an experience.
Yeah. Building a lightsaber.
Maybe getting it like a training session from Yoda where you can do like the training remote.
I think you're supposed to be able to do that at the Orlando hotel thing. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, the hotel is something that it's like, that's another one I would say, but we're about to get to do that.
So,
well,
okay,
you know,
I
maybe.
want something so that we already have Secrets of the Empire, which is its own standalone thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want something like that in Galaxy's Edge, in that universe. I just don't know what it would be exactly.
Yeah, something to immerse you more fully.
Maybe, I mean, there's already the Resistance thing, but like, when Vi finds that weird temple in Black Spire, it could be like a temple. It could be like a Raiders of the Lost Ark temple situation where you have to like.
I wanna be able to knock out a stormtrooper and put on their armor and then sneak around, like infiltrate a First Order base. Like, I don't know how you do that, but that feels like a quintessential knock out a stormtrooper, put on their armor, live out that fantasy.
Okay, so the way that you could do that at Disney would be,
or maybe you'd take away the knocking out a cast member and instead,
you could
just find the armor somewhere.
Would this be an experience, a ride, or like something you pay for?
I guess just an experience. So, okay, so you have all those missions that you can do on your phone. Let's say you do enough missions, and then it tells you where a crate of stormtrooper armor is. Yeah. And you go and now you can unlock the crate because you did all this stuff, and then you put stormtrooper armor on that doesn't look great. Like, it's good enough, but people know, like, okay, there's a...
It couldn't be stormtrooper armor. It would have to be like a First Order patch or like a pin or something easy that someone could, or like a sticker that they could, Vi or whoever could be like, okay, and they'd stick it on you, and they'd be like, okay, the First Order stormtroopers, their masks, when they scan you, all they'll see is this, and they'll think you're one of them. So you can go in and be one of them.
Sure. Or maybe they give you a code cylinder or something.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be fun to infiltrate a First Order or Imperial or whatever base.
Ooh, and then
do a little mission inside.
You get to see Kylo Ren having one of his fits.
Yeah. There. I like that. That feels like a good place to end.
Waiting on our offer to work for Disney parks.
We got ideas.
I'm ready to scar kids for life with the Dark Side Cave.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to implement your idea, but they'll probably like mine.
We'll see.
Well, that's going to be it for this live stream. In 40 minutes, we'll be over at twitch.tv/AlexDamonLive to talk about Mortal Kombat. So if you want to come join us over there, we'd love to have you. That'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Skywalkin sent in one last super chat. Yes, Skywalkin, thank you so much for the super chat. And we will be streaming, but not gaming tonight. That's... I finished Resident Evil 2, so we're going to do another episode of Explain It to Me, and we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat. That'll be in 40 minutes over on Twitch. So thank you all for hanging out tonight, and may the Force be with you, and hopefully we see you later.